and blah 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 blah. Anywho, thank you for being here on this lovely Friday morning. I'm sorry that you didn't get a video all week. Guess why? Because I'm trying to get into the whole vlogging, my daily whatevers, and I suck at it. I don't know if I necessarily suck at it. It's just it's really awkward. And Blythe cannot handle it at all. Like, she will be like, what do I say? Or she'll be like, Mom, what do I do now? And I'm like, just pretend that I'm not even filming. So I'm going to practice as the weeks go by, and you'll see like little bits of vlogging here and there, and hopefully we can get really into it so you can see what I do every day, because I live the thug life, definitely. And also, I just have to say that I would apologize for my disheveled look, but I don't really care, because my channel is about getting my shit together, and hopefully as life goes on and I get healthier and fix stuff and blah, 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 that my appearance will change and maybe I'll look a little bit better as the days go by, because right now this is the extent of what happens every day. And I'm okay with that. Okay, so today we're going to talk about bullying, bariatric surgery, and Battlestar Galactica. Bullying. Oh, my kid has a bully. We're only 2 weeks into school and we have a problem. And ooh, the mama bear instinct takes over and you just want to go shut it down yourself. But that's not what responsible adults do, I guess. So anyway, long story short, Blythe comes home from school the other day, and it's this girl that she has been playing with since like spring of last year, and I didn't pay very much attention, and I didn't realize that this girl is 4 years older than Blythe. So Blythe is in 2nd grade and this girl is in 5th grade. So Blythe comes home the other day and she's super upset all day. She won't tell me what's wrong, and I finally go up into, she went up to take her shower and she was taking forever, so I went up to check on her and she was in the shower sobbing. So she gets out and she finally tells me that she went to recess and she wanted to play with her friends that are her age, and that this chick came and found her and like started screaming at her and called her a dumbass and was like, you're supposed to play with me, blah blah. And Blythe is telling me that this girl won't let her play with her friends at all, and when her friends come around she's really mean to them, and that she yells at Blythe all the time if, you know, Blythe tries to, yeah, I'm totally distracted by my hair. Anyway, if Blythe like tries to go like play with her friends or include her friends, then this girl will yell at her friends and just be mean. And I was like, no, this is not how we do this. So I told Blythe, I said, well, what you can do is that you need to stay away from her. If she comes up to you, you say, hey, so-and-so, I'm going to go play with my friends, and then go play with your friends. And if she starts to yell or gets mean, then you go find the playground duty. And if she hits you, you punch her in the face. I don't condone violence, but I always say, don't start it, but finish it. Anywho, so I took her to school the next day, which was yesterday, and I talked to the vice principal because the principal wasn't there, and told her what had happened, and she was like, well, let's call both girls in and we'll have them sign contracts that 5th graders play with 5th graders and 2nd graders play with 2nd graders. And I was like, no. First of all, Blythe didn't do anything wrong, and second of all, that's just going to rat Blythe out if she's the one who went and said something. Because as I spoke with other parents that night, because I put it out on Facebook that we're having a bullying problem, and then a couple of people messaged me and was like, what's going on? And so I told them, because, you know, we're friends and whatever. And they said, oh, we've had problems with this girl too. So I was like, if you rat Blythe out, this girl's going to beat the crap out of her. So no, and sign a contract. Come on. Anyway, vomit. So I said, I don't necessarily agree with that approach. 1, it's going to embarrass Blythe. 2, it's going to call her out. And 3, it's going to make her feel like she did something wrong. So we're not going to do that. And she goes, well, what do you suppose we should do? And I said, you need to bring this chick in here and tell her that she needs to play with kids her own age and to leave the little kids alone. And if a kid doesn't want to play with her, BFD. I can't believe I just used that abbreviation. So anyway, so she's like, okay, we can do that. And I was like, all right, cool. So as I was walking out, I ran into another parent who is the mom to a little girl who was in Blythe's 1st grade class with her, and they're not in the same class in 2nd grade, but they still play. So I told her what was going on, and she was like, oh, we're having that problem too. And I was like, oh, we got to shut this down. So she went in and talked to the vice principal after I left, and then she texted me and said, Mrs. So-and-so, the vice principal, is going to talk to this chick, today and tell her she needs to stay away from the kids. So the vice principal called me later that morning and was like, well, I spoke with her. Stranger danger. Anyway, he was like, I spoke with her and have told her that she needs to stay away from the kids and that she is to play with kids her own age. And if it keeps happening, then we're going to bring her in. And I was like, from recess. And I was like, okay. Well, I picked Blythe up from school, and this girl came and found her during lunch and afternoon recess after she'd been talked to. And I was like, are you kidding me? And Blythe was like, she made me play hide and go seek with her, and I was too afraid to tell her I didn't want to play with her. And I was just like, that's it. That's it. So I took her to school this morning, and I met with the principal, the vice principal, and this girl's teacher, and Blythe's teacher. And I said, this is the problem, and we need to shut it down. This girl has had a history of being really aggressive and violent with other kids, and I will be damned if I don't nip this in the bud, because I'm afraid if we just let it go that my kid is going to get hurt, and it's not okay. Friends don't yell at friends, and 5th graders don't yell at 2nd graders and make them play with them. Bah! Anyway, so I made it very clear to the principal that I was upset, that this was happening, and that I really hoped that it was shut down and taken care of. And so they said that they were going to keep her in from recess that day. Not Blythe, but the girl, keep her in from recess that day and, let her know that they were serious. And the principal seemed more concerned about it than the vice principal was, which made me really happy. My mama bear instincts were probably a little too overboard. Does that make sense? I was bullied really bad in elementary school. I have been this tall since I was 10 years old, and I developed really, really early. So to all the other kids, I was seen as a fat kid, and I really wasn't, but to them I was. So I used to be called, the bullying started in 1st grade and continued all the way through 6th, and I was in elementary school 25 years ago. So back then the mentality was just, kids will be kids. So I was told like every day for 6 years, just ignore it. Kids would call me Moose and Tonka. They would pretend that there were earthquakes when I walked in the classroom and fall off their chairs. I had a couple of kids spit on me. I had girls when I was in 4th grade and I started my period. I'll be honest, I started my period when I was 10. When I was in 4th grade, I had to go into the 6th grade bathroom to do my stuff during recess, and I am making a video. Anyway, I had to go into the 6th grade bathroom, and these girls cornered me in a stall and took my bra. It was awesome. Anyway, so I'm probably a little overly sensitive when it comes to the whole bullying, but yeah, I just don't tolerate it. And luckily Blythe goes to a school where they seemingly don't tolerate it either, and her principal was really cool, and hopefully we can shut this down. Because bullying, not okay. Really sucky. And yeah, kids will be kids, but kids are really cruel and can be little buttheads. So luckily there's a lot of resources out there now, and a lot of administrations that are really in tune to it. And yeah, there's a documentary that came out probably 3 or 4 years ago that's called Bully. Used to be on Netflix. I don't know if it is anymore. I will put the link to the information about the documentary down below. But holy cow, if you've never dealt with bullying in your whole life, it is so eye-opening and almost makes you want to throw up in your mouth a little bit. But it's prevalent everywhere, and it's, like I said, luckily a lot more attention is being brought to it and things are being done. But holy cow. Ooh, I just want to go up and hang out with Blythe. I just want to go up and hang out with Blythe every recess and be like, if you come anywhere near my kid, I will punch you in the face. But that would not set a good example. So anyway, so we're hoping we get that. Anyway, so we hope we get that nipped in the bud. I need to take a drink. It's my Friday treat. Yay! Okay, next, bariatric surgery. So, little known secret about me. I'm just all about the secrets. When I started this process, I really wasn't going to tell anybody. I was just going to magically lose weight really, really fast. And people were like, what happened? But because I was kind of embarrassed about it and whatever. But anyway, I am having bariatric surgery. I'm having gastric bypass. Yes, I had to hit the ice. Anyway, I'm having gastric bypass. Yay! I'm so excited. I have been overweight since I can remember, and I've been struggling with my weight since I can remember. And if you watched a while back my ManiFATso, I'll put the link down below. This is enough. Like, this is bullshit. I let it go too far, and I cannot get back to where I need to be without help. I have exhausted seriously every single resource, and this is what's right for me. So if you're watching this thinking, but Melissa, you're taking the easy way out. Yeah, I'm taking the easy way out by having half of my stomach cut out because I'm so emotionally attached to food that I cannot handle it without intervention. That's right, it's the easy way out because I haven't tried anything else. I haven't been dieting my entire life. I don't struggle with my weight every single second of every single day. So, gastric bypass. I'm just getting the process started. I filled out the paperwork and I sent it in about a month ago. Well, first I had to go to this seminar. So I'm doing it through the University of Utah Hospital because they're amazing. And they have a whole bariatric clinic. And I went to a seminar about it and I've been praying about it. Research, I'd say fasting, but we all know I don't fast. Do I look like somebody who fasts to you? Anyway, that's a whole Mormon thing that I'll talk about one day. But anyway, I've been praying about it. I've been doing a ton of research. I've been thinking about it for like a good 2 years. It used to scare me to death. But as time has gone on and I'm learning a lot about myself and blah, 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 and what my emotional issues are and my attachment to food and stuff like that. So, I finally decided that this is right for me. So we went to the seminar and I was like, yeah, it's like one of those, you know how they have like those motivational speaking seminars that you go to and you're like, I'm going to make a difference. Like it wasn't that kind of a seminar, of course, but I like wanted to stand up and be like, yes. And, have them play like, are you all ready for this music, and everybody dances down the aisles and gets all excited. But that's what I felt like doing, but that's not what happened. But you know what the best part about the whole seminar is that you walk in the room and it's a room full of fat people. And for once you don't feel like an outsider and like everybody's staring at you. And they had double wide chairs, which was fantastic. Because if you're as big as me, or if you're like an apple shape like me, excuse me, I'm not an apple shape, I'm a pear shape. If I carry most of my weight in my stomach and my hips. So if you're big like that and you sit down in a chair that has arms, that is not a good situation. Well, these chairs had arms, but they had huge bottoms. And I was like, yeah. So I sat down in it amongst all the fat people and I felt at home. Anyway, so went to the thing, heard all about it, and then they give you this huge packet of paperwork. It looks like this in this folder right here. And it's like that thick. You can't see, but it's really thick. And then there's all this other paperwork that goes with it. It's like 25 pages of paperwork that you have to fill out. They want to know every like diet attempt you've ever tried. They want like a personal statement about why you want the surgery. They want everything. So I filled that out a couple of weeks ago, and then I didn't fill out the personal statement because I filled everything out with the personal statement because one, I had my heart surgery and whatever, and two, I just didn't really know what to say. Like I seriously, let me show you the section for the weight loss. For the personal statement. Hold on. There's this right here. Don't look at that. There's this right here, and then there's this right here, and then it says, what does it say? It says, okay, so it says, please tell us in your own words why you are asking to have weight loss surgery. The effects of your weight on your health, employment, social life. Please use extra paper if necessary. Okay, well, I don't have time to publish a novel to send to you because that's what it would take. I've been really stuck on this personal statement for a while. So my goal is to have it filled out and in the mail today. No, not today, tomorrow. Today's Friday. Tomorrow. So that's what we're doing this weekend, is we're getting the bariatric papers in. Because as soon as that goes in, then it gets the ball. You can see my bra, it's pink. Okay, that gets the ball rolling. And before you can even have the surgery, you have to go through this whole huge education course. You have to do a 3-month doctor-supervised nutrition plan. You have to go to all these exercise things. You have to go to a bunch of different appointments. You have to see a therapist, a nutritionist, a dietitian, blah, 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 blah. So I'm looking at surgery if everything goes according to plan near the end of this year. And I'm so freaking excited. I've been starting to follow a bunch of people who've had the surgery on Instagram, and there's a whole huge community out there, and so the support is amazing, and I love that I can find out things. There's, people who talk about things they wish they would have known, or different things like that, and I'm really excited. It's not the easy way out, so if you say that it's the easy way out, that's what I have to say to you. Okay, so we talked about bullying, bariatric surgery, and now Battlestar Galactica. I've never seen it, don't have any desire to watch it. That's it. Okay, that's it for now. If you don't follow me on Facebook, you need to go ahead and do so, because all the information about my giveaway and how to enter is there, and the link is down below, so go click on it. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you need to do it. The link's below. If you don't follow me on Twitter, you should probably do it. I don't tweet that much, but I'm trying to do it. So go ahead and hit the button. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so. It will just make you feel good inside. The red button is down below. Go ahead and like this video for reasons that can just be personal to you. I hope that you have a fantastic weekend. Thank you for sharing this past few minutes of my life with me, and I will see you on Monday. Goodbye. Gigi doesn't like bullying either. Say no to bullies. Say no to bullies. Say no to bullies. Say no to bullies. Say no.